VR arcades are an idea that have been developing for quite a while now and are already pretty popular in areas like Japan. But is the technology at a point where it'd be worth spending your hard-earned time and money on these experiences? 3D Life thinks they've got an option that could showcase what VR arcade hardware has to offer to consumers, and we thought it best to try out the experiences for ourselves. Hey everybody, this is David and Mel reporting from VR LA in Los Angeles, California, and today we're checking out Ion Torque, an immersive ATV shooter from 3D Live. Ion Toro is a game made for 2 players and uses Oculus Rift headsets and physical controls to race players through a virtual alien landscape very similar to something you might see in Halo or a similar title. One driver is positioned to drive the ATV while the other one controls a turret on the front, used to shoot down objects blocking your way and stop you from making it to your destination. The controls are the same that you would see in a traditional ATV or arcade unit, so it's actually quite cool that you can use a VR headset with this game. The experience only lasted a couple of minutes, which should be expected for a tech demo meant to show off something that could be used in an arcade, but we were a little disappointed with what we saw. While the controls lined up pretty well with the image on the display, there was a decent amount of lag, which is not something you should be experiencing on a hardwired headset. I drove the unit while Edgar shot the turrets, and while the controls on both sides seemed to work just fine, the game left us feeling pretty disoriented due to frame rate drops. The other issue I had with this experience is the lack of feeling like I was moving towards anything in particular. We drove along a pretty linear track heading towards an unknown location, and besides dodging a few lasers and going around twists and turns, the game truly felt like a demo. Regardless, the theory of being able to drive an ATV with physical hardware in VR is a nice thought, so we can hope the experience can improve and come to other events and arcades in the future. Are you a huge fan of traditional arcade rides that let you ride physical hardware? Would a VR display drastically change the way you feel about a game? Stay tuned to VRSource for all your VR needs, because of course, we are your source for all kinds of reality.